Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Last video that I did, I don't know, maybe a few weeks ago, I spoke about the 7 deadly sins, and I was going to elaborate more on each and every one of them. Well, today I wanted to talk about greed. And it seems in the time that we are living that there are more selfish people. I come across a lot of them. I'm sure you do too. A lot of self-absorbed. And I think what people are doing is they're taking the messages of doing for you to a whole different level, that this is not what this is applying. I believe in taking care of your soul and your spirit, taking time out to do the things that you enjoy, but that doesn't give you carte blanche to be rude to people or moody. I'm coming across a lot of people who have these horrible mood swings. They disconnect and then they come back when they're ready. I'm seeing a lot of that. There are so many different facets to greed. It doesn't mean just in monetary. I think people can be greedy with their emotions. They can be greedy with how they should be helping you. They could be even greedy with coming over to your house and not bringing anything. I always say, go get a cake mix. Go bake a cake for $3. I mean, there's things that you can do. Bring a beverage, bring mac and cheese, whatever. And I'm seeing that people don't even take the time to do something nice for somebody. If somebody's having a party, take the time. Somebody's having a party and going out of their way for you. Hey, say thank you. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money to show your thoughtfulness. I'm starting to see this more and more with people, that people have stopped going the extra mile. People that are driving, people are giving everybody the finger and they're swearing and they're cutting you off, and you're saying, what is going on here? Let somebody go. If you're at a stop sign, let them go. The little things are becoming the bigger things, and people are becoming cruel. Don't be greedy with being a good person. And I think it's needed that we need to be reminded of this. If somebody's having a difficult time, pick up the phone, call them, see how they're doing. If somebody's lost a loved one, everybody's there for the memorial and the funeral or the wake or whatever. But then everybody seems to scatter, and that's when that person needs you the most, because they're trying to pick up the pieces and they don't know how to be without that person. Think about that. I think we can get our world back if we all start practicing nicer things to each other. We need to be kinder. It's good to be kind to yourself, but like I said earlier, don't take it to another level where it's giving you permission to be selfish. That's something I'm starting to see more and more, and I think it's horrible. I really do. Try to really be the person that you really want to be. And I always say to people, when it's your turn to pass, what do you want people to remind and remember about you? What did you remind them of? When my father passed, I didn't have one negative thought about him. I always think of all the good things that he taught me and the selflessness that he had. And he taught me about the world and the earth and nature and animals. He taught me about loving food and enjoying it and being creative. He taught me to walk away from people that are never going to get it. Sometimes you don't have to have an argument. Sometimes when you are with a person that is just so toxic and is just so tunnel vision, he always said to me, don't bother explaining what they do wrong. Sometimes they will never get it. And I said, well, what do you do, Dad? He goes, you move on, you walk on. And you know what? I'm starting to realize this more and more, and I hear my father's words. My father didn't have one mean, selfish bone in his body. If he could help you, he would give you the shirt off his back. When my father passed, not only did I grieve, but I remember my father and how kind and loving and strong that he was. So think about the legacy that you want to leave behind. Think about, do you want people to say, oh, I remember her, she was so negative, hated everything, or God, I remember her, there wasn't anything that she couldn't do, or God, did she make me laugh? She made me always feel good. When I left, I always felt exhilarated. I always felt better, like, God, I needed that. That's what you want. Or somebody that was creative and said, hey, this person was the reason that I started to be self-employed. This is what I'm talking about. Think of the legacy that you want to leave. If you have money, give. Pay it forward. If you don't have money, pay it forward by maybe how you can help somebody. By being a good person, being a good friend, listening. These are the things that you need to do. I stopped and thought about it. With what I do for a living, I have so many people that only remember me when they have a problem. And I am used to it. I have very, very few people, and I probably could count them on one hand, that actually just pick up the phone and says, hey, Suze, how are you? What's going on with you? Maybe this had to happen to me because I am that one person who will make time to always call. But I wish somebody would do that to me once in a while. Like I said, it's a two-way street. The way you want to be treated, think about it. Treat the other with kindness. There's a lot of people that don't have money. There's a lot of people that don't have food. How can you make a difference? Maybe you can't afford to give them money for groceries. Maybe make them a meal. Is somebody sick? Make them a meal. Why not? Do something. Do a selfless act at least once a day. Think about it. I dare you to do it. Do something kind for someone. It's not always about the money. If you can help them, help them. Pay it forward in anything that you can do. Okay? But I like greed. I like this topic because there's so many facets to greed. And it isn't, like I said, just about monetary. It's about being greedy with you. And that's something that needs to be shifted in a big way. It always starts with one person. Let's do this more and more. The new year is here and we need to change. We need to make it better. We do. And not just with people, but with animals and our earth. Think about, let's be kind. Be kind to our earth. It's taking a beating. Be kind to our animals. Be kind to so many things. Maybe you can volunteer. That's a great way of meeting people too. So think about it. Think about what you want to change and how people will remember you one day. All right? It's a great food for thought, and I want you to think about this each and every day and try to do one selfless thing every day. Okay? I hope this helped. I hope this has enlightened you, and we will be talking on the second deadly sins. Okay? All right. You take care. Subscribe to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. All my love. Have a great week. Bye-bye.